time. And then I had my son in 2005, and that was a blessing because then that made me change a little bit, settle down. And the reason I left Budweiser, I'll take you there, is so I wanted to be home more. Right, you got a son. I got my boy, right, if you will.
Got your boy.
Got my boy, and I was going to raise him. And my wife's amazing mother, and it's like, okay, I need to be there too for him. So what I was doing was I would travel Monday through Thursday. I'd fly home Thursday night. My wife would say, "Here's your son." And so now it was almost like single mom 4 days, single dad 3 days. Wasn't, she helped a lot. But when he got old enough, it was great. I would pick him up from daycare. We'd go to the gym. He would play Lifetime Fitness, if people go to that out here. He would play with kids, have a great time. I'd be playing basketball for 2 hours. We'd hang out. If we weren't doing that, we'd get in the car and I'd drive to LA and we would go to Legoland or Disney or whatever, right? It was like it was just nonstop, 3 days of pleasure, 4 days of working my ass off, if you will. And that was a great balance. And then I went to Budweiser, and they moved me to St. Louis, and they took the pleasure away, if you will. And that's the reason I left Budweiser. Great company, great beer. But I think, and my wife said it because we had to move to St. Louis, she goes, "I don't know why I moved to St. Louis. You're never home." And it may sound exciting, but you're working, traveling Monday through Friday. You're calling on major accounts, whether it be 7-Eleven, Circle K, Walgreens, Rite Aid, doesn't matter. And then you would think, like I was doing before, I'd get home Friday morning or Friday afternoon and have the pleasure of the weekend. But that's not my job at Budweiser. My job was then take the CEO of a chain to the Indy 500. Cardinals obviously play in St. Louis. You got an entertainment box. Well, I had so many customers, it wasn't like you take someone to a game on a Tuesday and then you're done for the month. No, I had people in every week in St. Louis that you take them to the game or a hockey game, or you're going to Indy, you're going to a football game, Super Bowls, hockey. I mean, because Budweiser's all sports. And everyone wants to be entertained. And when you have all those clients, you're entertaining. So I'd get home, call it Friday, say hi, and then I'm going to the game. Get back at midnight, wake up the next morning, you're going golfing or you're going somewhere else. And I'm trying to remember my first year at AB. I think I was only home like 21 days or something. It was
21 days out of what?
A year. It was stupid, absolutely ridiculous. And same sort of thing. I wasn't happy. I was back to 24/7 working hard. At that point, my son was in third, fourth grade, something like that, third grade. And just, watch him grow up really without me, in essence, right? Because it's, hey, Dad's home. Hey, Dad's leaving. So I just called up one day and I go, look, I'm not back to 35. Working, not going to work 24/7, 365 for this company. Budweiser's brutal, and the work-life balance at the time, don't know how they are now, but then it was at the time. They didn't care. You had to work, and you had to get the job done. You had to get your market share. It's just the way it worked. And so I'm like, you know what, I'm leaving. Left the best job in the industry. People thought I was crazy. Did an e-cig startup. Just out of the blue, was at a trade show, and a guy I know came up to me. He's like, hey, have you ever thought about e-cigs? I'm like, what is it? It's hot. And Logic electronic cigarettes is huge, obviously, here in New York, New Jersey. And I'm like, sure, I'll give it a shot. He goes, oh, yeah, you could just work and get, sales and small company, startup. Killed it. Sold the company, what was it, about 14 months later. Sold it to Japan Tobacco. Did my 2 years. Great. It was great for me. Great work-life balance. Moved my son. We lived in Texas until we sold the company. And great work-life balance. Great. So back to the 50-50.
You were able to get the balance back.
Yeah.